travelling thousands of miles from home by sea or on foot, refugees at the Greek camp of Idomeni are on the move again. This time Athens is forcing them to leave and has begun relocating them to government-run shelters 80 kilometres away. They've been stuck in Idomeni for weeks now after several European countries closed their borders. The camp is the largest of its kind in Greece and is inadequate for the number of people there.
First we came, we found water, then a lot of people keep coming, and the problems of water is just increasing and aggravating every day, and nobody fixing. They just said, our main problem is Idomeni, and then bring people to here, a lot of groups to here, and no water, no public utilities. Even sometimes no security, nothing.
الوضع جوا جدا سيء جدا. قالونا عدد الكامب.
The situation there is really very bad. They said they would move us from Idomeni to a camp, 1,000 people, but now we're 1,600 people. We can't sleep comfortably, there's no water, the bathrooms are very dirty, there's no hygiene, there are no doctors or medical help. Even the very basic necessities are not available, and still more people are arriving. More people will live in our camp. How will these people drink water or shower? How will they stay clean?
Well, for the latest, let's go to Jeanne Carstensen, who's in Idomeni for us. Good morning, Jeanne. So just give us a sense what the current situation is like there at the camp.
Well, it's quiet this morning. Last night, 1,500 people were removed to other camps nearby. Buses are starting to arrive here now, and we expect another 1,000 or 2,000 people to be taken out of Idomeni camp and moved on to official government camps.
And just before we go into the conditions in the camp, what's been the process like, Jeanne? Has there been any kind of resistance to these moves, or are these refugees resigned to their fate at this point?
Well, I think that is a good word, resignation. There hasn't been any organized protests, but I think there's a lot of uncertainty among the refugees now that have been living in Idomeni. They've been here for 3 months and they're moving on to places, camps that they've never seen before. They have no choice about where they're going. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and people are hoping the situation will be better for them, but they are worried that it will not be.
Well, Jeanne, you've been in and around the camp for the past few days. Just give us a sense of what conditions there are like. We heard from some refugees just before we spoke to you about how terrible it is for them. Just give us a sense of your experience there.
Yes, in Idomeni, the conditions are very rough. People are sleeping out in tents in a very rough ground, and they're also sleeping in abandoned sleeper cars on the train tracks. That said, there was a bit of a village feeling there. There were some businesses cropping up, and I think people in Idomeni felt that they had a little bit of independence. There were also a lot of NGOs and volunteers there that added to the sense of community. I would say that the refugees now are worried about being isolated as they move on to government camps in remote areas of Greece where they'll have less contact with a wider community.
Okay, well, Jeanne, just finally, give us the process from here. People are being shipped out, bussed out again today. Are people still arriving, and how many people are at the camp currently?
Currently, there are something like 6,500 people at the camp after they removed 1,500 yesterday, and this will just keep going. The Greek government has said that they expect it to go on for at least a week. We will see if there are people who remain in the camp and don't want to leave and have some kind of resistance. But for now, the buses are arriving and refugees are getting on and moving on to another moment of their life in other camps.
Well, Jeanne Carstensen there for us at Idomeni. Thank you.